What is up, everybody? It is Austin, and we are back in our game room. And today we are officially starting my new series of the $10 game collection challenge. You guys can probably already tell from the title of what this is going to be about. So in my last series, if you're new to the channel, you should definitely check out my last season of this $10 game collection challenge. I kind of do my own version of it and implement new rules and things like that. But I realized throughout the whole season that I didn't really collect a lot of Nintendo games. That was probably the least amount of games on that platform that I collected for. And so I'm going to dedicate this whole new season, this whole new year on finding and collecting Nintendo games and items and just building up the biggest Nintendo collection that I can. So for this season, that's what we'll be doing, and that's my aim for this challenge. Really excited to get back out to the thrift stores and do some more game hunting, see what kind of random items we can find, but gonna quickly go over the rules that I want to set for this. So we'll be starting off with $10, and we're just gonna be going to thrift stores, game stores, yard sales, pawn shops, and finding items that we can possibly flip, and then we can use that flip profit to buy video games to add to my collection. So I will be looking for items at thrift stores, pawn shops, game stores, flea markets, yard sales. The only place that I will not be looking for video games is Facebook Marketplace. And it is just simply personal preference of mine to just be going out to thrift stores, yard sales, and seeing what kind of random items we can find. I'm only going to be selling my items on eBay, so that's the only platform that I will be using to sell my items. This is where I will be keeping all of my games on this shelf right here. This is the game showcase. I've already went through and cleaned out everything on here, emptied everything out. And here we are at the game showcase now. Here it is all emptied out. I actually removed a lot of this stuff and left a lot of the stuff from my old collection from the last series on here just to display all the great stuff that I found last season still. But we have a lot of space now to add games to our collection. But yeah, that's pretty much everything to start off this video. Let's get out to the thrift stores and see what we can find for our first week. We are officially back out here at the Goodwills this week. Hopefully we can find something here, but I'm really curious to see how prices have changed since the last time I've been here, since the last season, I guess. But let's check out the games first, see what we can find. This is just the first Goodwill that I'm going to this week, and right off the bat, I'm not seeing much. Honestly, I'll definitely check out. Actually, Madden 13, that is very interesting. I may have to end up grabbing that one because I know this one for a fact has some value. This is I think the last one that released on the Wii, so I'm pretty sure it goes for around like maybe $15-ish, 20-ish if I'm lucky, but it's complete. So for $2.99, actually I might have to debate on whether I want to grab this or not. We only have $10 to spend, and I don't know how quick that sells, honestly. Let's go ahead and check out some of these. We got some Wii Fit games. I like to check all of these just in case, you know, we do find a Wii Sports in here. And then you just got some PS3 games. I don't think these are worth anything. It is Orange Tag this week, so we can try to find anything Orange Tag. So not looking too well for the first stop, I guess. Well, I didn't know 2K11 released on the PS2. This could be one to actually check, because I don't know what the last NBA game that released. Alright, so just looked it up on eBay, and I'm seeing this go closer to around like $10-ish rather than $15, and for $2.99, I just don't think that's worth it, especially with our low funds to start off the series. I'll hold on to this for now and just see if I can find anything else though. Just gonna take a quick peek at the electronics section. If we can find anything for like super cheap, like around $1 or $2, that would be worth it. One thing I look for are calculators, if I can find like the good ones for a decent price. But those are usually really hard to find nowadays because everyone's picking them up. Got a calculator right here, but this one's not really worth much. It's actually a lot more electronic stuff than I'm used to seeing out here at this Goodwill. But yeah, honestly, not seeing too much. One thing that I will also be looking for earlier on in the series is shoes. Probably won't be picking any up this episode simply because I don't have the funds. Shoes are usually around like $7-ish and up, so Won't be able to grab anything for right now. Well, we'll still take a look around to see what I can pick up. I'm really knowledgeable about shoes, and so this is one section that I will be visiting pretty frequently in the series. I think I will be picking this one up. Sells for around like 15 to 20. The only thing I'm worried about is how quick it's going to sell. If anything, I could possibly make a little bit of profit lowering the price to around like 10 to 15, or just breaking even with this. So I guess not too big of a risk with this one. Hello, I'm good. How about you?
Is this?
Yeah.
Do you have a Goodwill Outlet card? All right, 314 is your total. Go ahead and check out when you're ready.
And just like that, we have our first game in our collection, Madden 13. Who would have thought it would have been a Wii game, I guess. This one's definitely going on eBay to flip, so hopefully it can sell pretty quick. Probably check out some other Goodwills and see what else we can find. We are now out here at the Goodwill Outlet bins. I've learned a lot from last season of a lot of places that I can find some cheap video games and media, and this is like the perfect place to stop at for my first episode, I guess. So everything in these bins right here is all going to be $1 a piece. So if we can find anything profitable or worth, just grabbing and add to our collection, it'll be perfect. What I usually have to do is dig through a lot of this stuff. It's been very competitive out here lately. It's been a long time since I've actually been here though, but you can find some great items. The Shining on DVD. You can find some great games here as well, but hopefully we can find something good this week to start off the series. Check this out. The next Tetris on PC. I wonder if there are any PC games that have any value. So I like to look up some sealed DVDs as well. But moving on over here, I actually dug through all this already and came up with a stack of Wii games, actually perfect for our Nintendo collection. But the real question is any of this stuff worth picking up? It's going to be a little risky picking up some of these Wii games that I have here. So Just Dance is one that goes for around like $10-ish, 10 to 12 bucks. And it probably wouldn't be worth picking up and using $1 on. I've got some sports games. These are kind of on the later end of the Wii timeline, and so some of these might have some value. I think this one has like 10 to 15, but there's only like one game in here, and it's going to be the Madden 13. I'll probably end up grabbing this one though while I'm here. If I had more funds, I probably would have grabbed this too for an extra $1, but I'm just trying to be smart and make the most out of our money. There aren't any games here that is worth adding to the collection either, so probably end up passing on all of these and just going with this one. So just grab this one, yeah.
108. I hated this version on the Wii.
Well, yeah. How did the game play on the Wii, I guess?
It's like
You used to use like the motion controls and stuff, I guess?
yeah. Like actually feel like throwing it.
Yeah.
It's dumb.
Just wasn't as good, and so
The graphics is horrible.
back at our game showcase now, and we've got our 2 copies of Madden 13. This is the fun part, I guess, about my series. Is you just never know what I'll find each week. I found 2 copies of Madden 13, one for $1 at the bins and $3 at a Goodwill. I've actually never flipped this game before, so I don't know how well it's gonna do, but on eBay it's going for around like 15 to 20. What I'll probably end up doing is listing it for the lower price just to try to get it to move. So maybe around like 15 bucks. If I can get it to move for 15 bucks, that'll be awesome. But here's our game showcase. This is what we have in our collection. It's awesome that it's some Nintendo Wii games too. But we're going to be trying to push these so we can build up our game fund. I think we only have like close to 5 bucks left. So we'll probably head back out to the Goodwills and see what else we can find. Also forgot to mention that for eBay, I'm going to be using my same account that I used for the last series. It's going to be Austin's $10. And that's the name of the eBay account. You can probably Google it up, but it's kind of hard to find if you're just using eBay to search for an actual account. I'll actually link it in the description as well for people to click on. Made my way to the next Goodwill, and guys, I think they might have just put out a ton of PlayStation 2 games. These usually go by really quick. And they got some decent titles in here, but again, I probably have really low funds and gotta be really picky on what I do want. Out of this bunch of PlayStation 2 games, a lot of these are really not worth much. This is really cool. This Jet Li game. I never actually played this one, but don't really think it has much value. I think they are all like $2.99 as well, so not a bad price. The game that I was probably gonna grab is this Need for Speed Underground 2. So it is missing a manual and does go for around like 20-ish dollars. So one of the great things about my series is I will be able to pick up PlayStation 2 games and not keep them in my collection. I'm gonna be more motivated to actually flip them because I'm only gonna be looking for Nintendo games to actually keep in my collection. So I think I can grab this and just simply flip it. Hopefully it goes pretty quick. But this is pretty much the only game out of the bunch that I see that may have some value. These Lord of the Rings games are awesome, but I don't think they're worth picking up for this series. Alright guys, this stop is actually kind of crazy because I just took this out and decided to check what was in here, and look at this. A Black Ops 2 on the Xbox 360. This thing definitely has some decent value, even if it's just the disc. Oh, that is super clean too. So I may end up grabbing it. It's $2.99, but it's actually a orange tag this week, so this will be half off. I think we only have around like $5-ish in the fund left, so these two should equal under 5 since this is half off. So this could just be it for our funds for this stop, honestly. We'll keep looking around though. Maybe I can find some other great items here. So this Goodwill is honestly pretty great because it's got this rack full of sealed like DVDs, Blu-rays. Sometimes I even found like sealed video games on these racks before, but as of right now, I'm not really seeing anything too good. I'll just look over this with you guys, see if there's anything interesting. Central Intelligence, brand new and sealed on Blu-ray. Oh, this Bionicle DVD, The Legend Reborn. The Incredible Mr. Limpet. Wow. Let me know if you guys have seen this before or if it's really good. I love how like they have like the cartoons mixed in with like live action. Found something cool about like the front shelves as well. Hopefully the lighting isn't too bad. It's like super bright outside, but this Power Player, the original new edition. It's got like this N64 looking controller. It's got like a Sega Genesis controller. It's got a gun in here, like just the weirdest assortment of stuff. You got Star Wars Episode 1, I guess. Is that like the game or something? But wow, super joystick and power gun. It looks like an actual gun too. It's how crazy that design is. $13. Not sure how much this is worth, but a really cool piece. It's like taped up, so it's not new, but it's put in there pretty well. Yeah, I'm just gonna grab these two. Back in the game room, and we are going to be adding our 2 games that we just picked up. So we got this Need for Speed Underground 2 disc in there only. It's missing the manual, and then it's not Call of Duty. It is Black Ops 2 in here actually. But I'll probably be putting this in a separate case when I do end up flipping it. All this stuff is going to be for sale on eBay. Also, some great news, we ended up selling one of these Madden games. I listed both of them up and one sold within the day, and it ended up selling for $16-ish on eBay, which is awesome. Free shipping for the buyer, so I'll be paying for that. Gonna definitely have to be on the lookout for this game because it sells pretty quick and for a decent amount. So after eBay fees and shipping for this game, this is how much we will get to add back to our game fund. Made my way to another Goodwill this week. We're just hitting up all the Goodwills, I guess, for our first week. I got like $10 in our game fund again, since we just sold one game. We got a couple of games up here. We actually got some decent like DS games. Well, maybe not decent, but like kind of like brain games, crossword games. A lot of these are like $4.99, which is probably not worth it. These brain age games are pretty common or pretty popular. I'm not sure why they aren't worth as much. Brain Academy, pretty common games actually. There's like one game that I am considering, and it's going to be this Pick Cross DS game. sure what this is. Kind of like a drawing type of game. I'm not sure, but scanned it up and does go for like 10 to 15 bucks. And if I don't find anything else, may just consider grabbing this. It doesn't have a price on it, so I'm assuming it'll be like 2 or 3 bucks, probably 3 bucks. Other than that though, got some Xbox games, some PS3 sports games, a lot of sports games. Not really seeing anything too crazy. A Skyrim right here. And they really do stuff these Nintendo DS cases with a bunch of booklets. There's like so many booklets in here. Makes it a little heavier. But yeah, game is in there. It looks good, looks clean. Very clean case actually. So cool, might be a pickup. Came to the electronics section next, and guys, it looks like somebody actually donated a curved TV, a Samsung one too. I've never seen one of these curved TVs at a Goodwill before, but yeah, wonder if this thing actually does work. Probably not, since they're donating it. Pretty sure someone was trying to test it out, that's why they have it out like this. But wow, here in the supplies section now, and this Goodwill is kind of known for having like ink cartridges, I guess. For some reason I always find these here. I don't know why or how they get donated, but this one is like a black color, which is a really popular one, and it's HP for $2.99. Expiration date, I'm not familiar with what that actually means, but they do still work. Scanned this one up on eBay and it's going for like 12 to 15 bucks. And honestly, I don't think I'm gonna grab it for $3. I would probably only be like doubling up if I were to get this. So I'm gonna pass on this one this time around actually. We are back in the game room, and just like that, that pretty much wraps up our game hunting for this week. I was hoping to find a couple more items to add to our collection, but really just couldn't find much this week. I say it was a pretty good week though, especially with the items that we did find. We were able to sell one item so far. We also picked up this Picross DS game. Goes for around like 15 to 20 bucks, and so I just decided to grab it. Really good condition as well. So we will just be adding this to our collection, our last game for this week. Putting it here. I'll probably be throwing it up on eBay as well, but if we end up keeping it, I'm perfectly fine with that as well. But here's how it looks. This is what we have for our first week. Really excited to see how this series goes, especially for collecting Nintendo games and seeing what I can find. But yeah guys, thanks for tuning in to the first episode, and I'll see you guys on the next one.